side, right? So what I have done in my past experience is totally related to sports and news graphics. Actually, what I've done is almost all my things in multiple softwares like Blizzard, Velocity. Now currently working in ROS. So the software, if you're going to compare the software, there are a lot of things are common except the integration part and the integration and data negativity part. What they are providing with ease to users, right? So today, as per discussion, we are going to describe the operator training solution builder, how the operator starts their journey for an event, how the graphics build and how they will start carrying on things. So initially, we will start the workflow stage for our cricket graphics operator. What from where they are going to start. Most of the mostly things I'm sharing the project file with you as well, template. Uh, in the common way, if everybody has a design experience, they knows very well that the graphics and the preparation of the templates are briefly described before the event and way to convey their things, what are they going to create and how are you going to show your data on screen, right? So that's the main basic startup. Actually, there was a all of the hectic thing at that time, right? When you are going to create multiple templates, so you don't know where you have to end because the data and the screen doesn't stop at any point. If you have two templates, three templates, 10, 100, 200, then there is no limit for the template. It all depends on the statics, what you are showing, what you are showing the main things, and what are the requirements at that time, right? So mostly building graphics, plays, statics analysis is all that design part, and on that time you have to align your skin at that time what you are going to present, right? What you are going to show on the screen of the player stats, match summaries, previous match statics. That's all depend on the starting at the beginning of the design concept. In the main key part, when you have ever created the graphics, you have to set an alignment and rehearse the directors. So what was this part? Actually, you have to internally, when you have created the graphics and all the things, you have to first initially start present and doing proper alignment with the directors, right? And initially with your internal part and how it's working, how the data goes out, and how it present on the screen, so you can capture the eye of the audience. And the second part, before the match, right? What was expecting? I don't know who was expecting. Everyone expecting different things. But before the match is a very crucial part. Here, I am telling you the main thing. There is a very crucial word and very important key things you have to keep in your mind. Just forget everything when you are doing on the field to run the graphics. Just take your fear at that time, right? The fear word I'm using is using because you have to be a decision maker and you are the decision maker on that time. What you trigger is going on screen. What you are not, you are going blank. So you have to be very open up and take your fear, take aside to run these graphics. That's a very key part. If you have didn't clear your fear, so you are always shaky with your mouse and your keyboard. You are unable to run the graphics and you are not taking a decision on time. So that's on your that's the second part of your credibility. But you can not be able to present the graphics on time on screen. So you have to be very special person. Have to be a decision maker at that time. What we next before the match? What we usually do? We are getting the things of team details like player details, player informations, like umpires, who officials, like what the venue, what the condition, players, who are the players, are they going to present any special players profiles. So we have done this and prepare this a day match before or a day before. So we have to be very quick, and the day we have to play the tablets. So then if we prepare the things, it will be very helpful for us. Hopefully everyone have the key.
Yeah, it's okay.
So do any of the available person over here have any experience on ground and in ground experience? Have anyone have?
Yeah, we see the Saurabh and Anup were in the PSL last time for the track one, and I have done couple of scoring graphics as well as designing in Nepal as well. Some international match as well for Nepal purpose.
Okay.
But it's in a small scale bit. It's not like a full scale of international match kind of thing. But I do have some experience, and probably some other as also.
Yeah, actually, everyone is looking for the international exposure.
Yeah.
In Asia, we have lots of people like Australia and UK. So, but the key thing is the place to find and enter is very hectic and very hard.
So one thing
what I described now is during the match, how you keep things aligned during match. It's scoreboard. Actually, when the operator and scorer have to sit, and you are as an operator, you have to be a very realistic person, and as I'll be described, you have to be a decision maker. Because lots of templates in front of you, you have to operate runs, wickets over on the each ball and each action. You have to capture what happened on the field. So there are a lot of template, trigger batsman profile, bowler card, milestone partnership, etc. Update wickets, or you have to update the backend data at that time. Rest mostly using analysis, graphics, wagon wheel, pitch map, marathon warm. Everyone knows the modern graphics now because we are. Actually, I am almost crossing the Stone Age and working on the advanced level of cricket graphics from 2007.
Oh.
Now it's a bit advanced now. Bit advanced, it's shorter, but it's almost advanced now. So it's the main things these are the main key parts like graphics, right? And the most common and most main thing is communicate with the director, scorer, and analyst. What this will help, and what will this need required for you to present the graphics, because you have a decision, but you have to be on cue with the director for the graphics, and your decision making is going in favor for the director. Whenever you prepare the graphics and you will just inform the director that the analyst talking about this thing and my graphics is ready and I have my data available. So you are going promptly ready for that, and just on a director call, most time he is going to send the preview. You are going to preview them on the screen and just quickly take it on the screen. So that's your part of your decision making. Rest, the director asking about leading a match is most typical things, like if they are required on ground statics, on ground pictures, any AR graphics on the field. So it's on the director command, or this one can be initiated by yourself as well.
Can I ask,
Or
Mr.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, we can.
yeah, I just wanted to ask, so in general, I guess, I guess it's a two-way thing. There is also parts where you're getting, cues from analysts and the director. But I just wanted to know, like, how often do you, like, usually have to make decisions on your own where you, initiate, like, things to push on air yourself? Like, does that come up often in a match, or?
Actually, what is the main responsibility for the operator is, it's almost a spectator and an operator. So he has to be, or she has to be very attendant at that well. What are the analysts are discussing, and what are they going to discuss, right? So you have to be prepared those things. So as you said, they are both way. So sometimes the director has a lot of active, like they were previewing a lot of screen to cut, right? So the word is not good for the ignore, but he's a lot of busy at the screen or camera at that. So mostly, if anything happen on the ground, he can may take a decision for that to call up the graphics. But if there is nothing happening on the ground, and is switching, is making, is vision making and busy on the screen to switching. So there is your part will always be there. So you have to send the graphics on the screen to fill up the content and show the audience what you have and what is going on. But this will be working when there is nothing happening on the page. So this is the both way part, and you have to follow the analyst. What are they doing? What are they chatting? So sometimes they are making fun. So you have to be a very attentive at that time to present well. Just like if they were discussing player of the match and who's going to be player points table, previous point table, right? That's the key thing during the match, right? During the match, that's a very key part. So you have to be very attentive, and the graphics package from your side have to be prepared. That's what I am, as I described when we starting the graphics. It has to be completely on your side, because the counting of the graphics is not limited. It's always countable. So there is no limit. It depends what graphics you are required at that time and what are you going to throw on quickly.
Okay, Mr.
Right? This is
Yes. And one more thing I wanted to ask. Sorry, so I just left you. Yeah, one more thing I wanted to ask is there like a difference in the pace of the game, like when it comes to like T20s versus the normal formats? Like, is it you have to be like more on cue for T20 matches because like there's so many graphics having to go up in so little time?
yeah, actually, the format of the matches is depending on what the teams and directors want, right? What I understand, the pace of the graphics are different, right? Like a test match, ODI and T20, they have a different pace, and right now, in some times back, T20 and ODI graphics are much similar. But right now, there are big difference has been occurred now because if you have to catch the time and the pace of the match and the conditions, so most of the thing now graphics are on shorter side. Like there is no need of full screen graphics in T20. Now they are running on the left corner, on the right corner, on the scorecard top, and like you doing the transition thing, you are manipulating the graphics and showing the stats of T20. So the pace you have to meet with the shorter graphics now. Closing graphics for the T20 is not suitable right now, but for the T20 one day and test match, you can complete these with the pace of that, right? It totally depends on the condition now. T20 are now more faster pace now.
So you mean there are in nowadays there are less full frame graphics than the lower third or bog or whatever we call it as a ticker or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Actually, there is no need for the full screen graphics right now. Most of the now, if you be watching and the matches all over the globe, the graphics are now coming on the lower sides of half of the screen. So there is no need to go for the full screen. So they are going in a bus shape or a table shape on the
Right.
scorecard on the left corner or right corner.
So one more thing I want to ask is suppose suppose I am an operator and what are the my self decision should be to run the main score, or suppose like for the main score which is in the bottom of the screen, is this my responsibility to regularly shuffle the suppose like run rate, partnership, wicket, whichever it comes in the main screen, or should I discuss with the director for each and every graphics, or
Okay. Actually, that was an integrated part. Right now, I operated individual graphics on the matches. Like if there is a batsman hit a 6 and a 4, so we have to play a 4 and 6 system, right?
Right.
And score a ball. Right now, according to integration part and the software compatibility, it's more advanced now. So that's totally belongs on your design and your real-time graphics designer logic basis.
Okay.
So now current days what happened? If there is a scorecard running on the behind, the scorer put up the score on the scoring database. It automatically what will happen? It automatically detect what happened at the score table.
Okay.
It's that a 4. So there is a logic bind it with in the software, or you can bind this in like WizRT expression or like logic or scripting that if there is a digit of 4 or counting of 4 is coming and there is a digit of 6 or a wicket is coming in the database at that table, so it will automatically hit that animation in the scene. So you don't need to go for the every part of the graphics to run. You have to mainly focus on the main graphics, full screen graphics or main logo that background stats like that. And the rest of the thing will be doing now automatically on the graphic with the data linking and score panel.
Yeah, it's
So right now,
okay, sorry.
yeah, please.
It's it you mean it's like a kind of automation, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
okay.
It's like an automation. It's like automation. But you have to be very keen on the every event. Like there is a branding. Sorry, there is a branding changing. What is the changing on that graphic? So you have to keep in mind the last previous thing are date completely linked with the data template. So you have to be uh, keep your mind as there is a 4 hit by a batsman. So what will be your graphics animating at that time and what is the pushing your graphics at that time? Just now, right now, mostly graphics now are now running as they are don't take graphics out. They are 6 and 4 hit at that time. The overlay
Right.
comes on the graphics like 4 and 6 and will automatically come in and out because operator put a 4 value or 6 value or they run or 4 are operated at that time. So it will be automatically automated with the score graphics.
Ah.
So you don't need to run any individual single graphics. It will take a lot of burden at that time.
Okay, I got your point.
But right now, might be doctor is not here. She is going to present the graphics here as well because what I know he is starting and implementing things in AI. So it will also now a new game changer, new shifting. And AI will getting the data from the field, calculated field. So there is a lot of things will be taking out from the manual or score part.
So one quick question: what sort of platform do you use for to getting score data to the graphics, like as probably some sort of API or JSON, XML?
It's totally depend on you.
Uh-huh.
How you can what are the feasible condition at that time, and how can you manage your system over your software API like API and actually it may be XML based JSON file or API based. How easy you can go and travel with it, right? So mostly the scorer tablets are built up on the services basis on exe file like software. It's or APIs, but it depends on you. Either you have to think in your application is a complete package. Just you have to reach the location, deploy your API on the desktop on the system at that time, and you can go for that. Rather than if you are making a data like you need an Oracle or SQL database, right? So you have to, if you don't have any specific system available or you prepare like before, like we do in previous like we have SQL based and Oracle based system. So we have to travel with complete setup on a API part of the scorer part. Right now, what I see is it's a minimal thing. You just have to go and deploy a software, and you just generating XML JSON files, and most of the softwares are now capable and to put up quickly and adopt the data from these XML JSON files. So it totally depends on you can how you create and what is the purpose of your graphics and API. So most of the things are doing by API. So you don't need to create a template in real-time software like Wizard and Vast and Expression. You don't need to build its own template for data feeding.
Mhm.
Just link up with the APIs, what they are providing you, JSON file, XML file, notepad file, Excel file. So it's totally depend on them. But now these four formats are very much easier nowadays to adopt and get data from there.
Mhm. Okay, thank you.
But I forgot one thing, that if you have an internal complete setup with you, it's a lot of easy for you to link up and trigger it with your API and graphics. And if you are going with a third party, so you have to be consider those things as well. Either if you going to X person or Y person and Z person, so are they much capable to adopt your graphics data files and quickly? So on the main thing is mostly operated companies are doing and using their own APIs with their own graphics. So they don't have to hurdle at that time if they are going to deploy the APIs on the location, and it will take a time to bind or link up with the graphics. So most of the time nobody take that risk. So they prepare their own API, build it on the level that that API can fulfill all your graphics, all the calculation, and all the stats they have, and just link it and test it with the graphics before the match and before the event.
Okay.
Okay, I think we have discussed this part in discussion about bowler card and batsman card partnership. What are the milestones, graphics at that time? Analysis. What are the analysis are going on in the screen? What are the analytics are discussing? So these are the graphics things you have to be prepared, and the data at the time of the discussion on the screen will be available. So that will help to fill up your screen and fill up your requirements what director were asking. And now presenters are in these days are more knowledgeable not they are familiar what they were asking. So everyone might be everyone notice that sometimes presenter will asking if we have a wagon wheel or a pie chart graphic or any air graphics that we can present. So they were just going to hit you at that time, and the graphics will be going to on screen from your side. So the director, analyst, and your decision is very crucial at that time. On the fourth part, variation of production. Okay. Variation of production depends on the full year advance stack sponsor. Actually, that's on the marketing things. Like if you have domestic or franchises based, that's a separate part for like how you going to present the thing. It's not actually related to the operator part. It's actually company part or like the broadcaster part. What are they going to be present? So that's not a relevant part for the operator. No. Key points and tips. Team or sponsor tags in advance, you have to be a crucial part for the marketing point as well. If you are going to run the marketing things like any sponsors, even graphics, on-field graphics. I hope everyone has monitored that nowadays there is a come up in the pitch, and any glass, any bottle come on the pitch from the grinding part, and that have to be present on the spot at that live feed. So that was also run by a operator side as well. But then, if you have keep separated the things, like operator will do the graphics and the rest other operator will do the handle the sponsor graphics. So you can take and separate both of the part on separate direction, but they are on the instant of the screen. Like anticipation moment, these are totally depend on your graphics. You have that graphics available, you have created that graphics. So if any bowler are going to hat trick or any batsman are going to achieve 100, so before the director's call, it's depend on you as well. That you have to get that data and you are ready and prepare the graphics and just follow the directors that the 100 graphics are ready or hat trick ball graphics are ready. So for both of the two-way communication, you can present these graphics. Now, there's a key main thing that I have discussed in the start. Power block live play unless approved. It's totally depend on your decision. What happens is this thing. You have to be a decision maker. Like if there is nothing going on the screen or there is nothing happening, special happening on the screen. So if you have anything to throw on the graphics page, you have to just get a quick approval, right? Quick approval that from the director, if I am ready with this and he is just good to go, let's go. So that's totally depend on you. So what is the meaning of this? Don't hesitate. Don't take your fear in your front. Just make a good screen and good graphics on the instant, right? If for all the people who are listening, fear and the decision making is your main key top part of your job. So don't hesitate and don't interrupt your mind and don't shake your hands to prepare the screen. That will help a lot to director and the presenter who are going to present the graphics on the screen. So and it will take your part in front. The operator is going flawlessly and he is very responsive and available at that time. In the second line, maintain clear contact with director and scorer. That's all that part. That the communication has to be very clear. Has to be very clear, and you have to be very attentive with the scorer and the director. And in the last part of this pointer, backup manual entry for data failures. What this will do? It's totally depend. Everyone knows. You can rely on any hardware or any software on 100%. There is a little bit of a margin of error is always be there. So you have to be with your backup system, your backup database. There are two types of failures. Sometimes there's a hardware failure, sometimes there's a data failure. Right? So you have to keep in mind that and very tight if you are going to have a hardware failure, you have to shift up the system. Rest the data will getting the system from other hardware, right? Other database. And if you have a data failure like you have any glitch coming up in your software or database. So you have to be very attentive at that time. Either you have to go at that time with the automatic automation part of the graphic system will be coming, or you have to dealing with the manual. Like some local events. I have also done a manual entry, but that was a very hectic thing. So it's not feasible right now at the pace of the graphics and the events at that time. So manual entry is almost impossible. So you have to be very prepared at that time. If like say if you are unable to get a data from a template, so you have to be put a name, a ball, figure, and a stats by manually if any kind of raise at that time until you will recover. So you have to play a very key part at that time. So if we going move forward, okay, that's the last part. So what I am describing here, it's a very crucial thing, and I just share something what I have done in past and like describe like a graphics, these type of graphics. These are the things like there's a toss happening. Your LT, Captain LT will be prepared like the today's match. These are the before match graphics, right? Pre-match graphics that you were making ready before the match. So you don't need to try and fill the data. You have to just integrate that tablet and set up your API interface at that time. So you can quickly manage your playlist, what other teams are playing, what are the players, and what are the conditions, and the stadium name and things will be. Just like a team lineup, a director calling for a team lineup at that time. So these are the graphics. At that time, you are going to play on instant that yes, team lineup is ready, and you are good to go. There is a bowler sit there, new bowler coming on the screen. You are going to play, show the bowler stats at that time. So these are the main templates for the director calls, and some templates are going in both directions. Like this commentators, and there's a graphic I wrote to find this one depends on analysis basis, like commentator was asking about that template that what they are going to discuss and what are going to be happen in next few days and what are the conditions. So okay, now these graphics don't rely on the look and feel on it, but this graphics in totally depend on your decision as well. If like we discussed, if anything is not happening on the ground, especially on the ground, so you can call up from your side as well that I have next to come place graphics is available. You can take that. Please arrange the camera angle. I'm going to throw this graphics on this camera. So just totally depend on your side with the director. He is good to go. You can have the one screen. Like there's another thing like in bowling graph, in score wicket graph, sorry, when the fall of wickets happen and how many score are happening at that time. So what happen like we do is that these graphics are on the payback are run through software based graphics. Like these are run from Wizarding. So we have created a trio. If anybody, I hope there's a Wizard user as well and have familiar with the trio. So these are graphics from the trio. So what happens in trio that you can do both things. Either you have integrated templates or either you have a manual graphics. So these graphics are making very smartly like if you are going to play it manually. So you just need to put up the values of and visibility of the wickets, all wickets, and how many runs that have to score at that time. There's a bowler profile, what happened in at the bowling starts at that time, what are the partnership status at that time. So these are the graphics on the position graphic on the producer director demand and what are the conditions at that time. So you have to be very prepared and nowadays this type of data is very readily available. And if I show you I'm going to show you a basic graphics how they will create it in arrays and what are the type of conditions. So I want to know most of the people are attending here, mostly except Sunil and Saurabh. Other people didn't have any more experience.
Hi, this is Nikhil this side. I have worked as an analytics producer for Star Kadamba for multiple ICC tournaments, World Cups, bilateral series, etc. So not as an operator, but as an analytics producer who.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are understanding all my points and what I'm going to repeat. It's just a repeat for you.
I'm understanding most of the non-technical stuff. Yes.
Right now, just showing you an old sample here, how graphics will be created and what are the presentable things. Like in old days, we are making a ground graphics and field graphics like this and running through with the trio. So that's all depends on how you're making your graphics smartly. If you are going to make your graphics with the your API or you are going to make graphics on manual side, that's totally depend on you. There are lots of things like the batsman out graphics. So these those graphics these graphics are more convenient and more feasible with how you connect it with your APIs and how you are going to either play it manually. It totally depends on you and the smart and how the smartest way you are put up in your graphics. Like I'm going to show you here an example that if there is a smart data coming from the APIs that actually the smartest things. Like the data calculations are completely going to happen on the API side, and it will help and reduce your part to time to put data and make templates prepared and throw it on the screen. So, just a simple example, if you have a top 5 batsman or a top 5 bowler graphics at that time in the T20, just as I just we discussed, that what will you do? How it quick at that time if you are going to discuss with the all 5, right? All you want to discuss with the only the 2 players, so it will the graphics has to be very smart on your part as well, because if you are going to completely rely on the API side or development side, you are bounded on and stuck on the single side of the API, so you can do much things or template. So if you are getting data from any APIs, then your graphics has to be very smart and has to be very capable at that time, that he can filter its own either a data will be filtered from the API, or either an a logic applied on the graphics that can filter your graphics as well. So you have to design a template with that thought as well. The logic thing have to be working it, on it. So don't rely on the API that the API will send the command and any script written in the XML for the specific template or each specific template. That what was the condition? What was the negative point of that time? That if you are going to rely on that, you have to write or put up a script for each and every template at that time. So the scripting part or the developing part will increase a much broader scale at that time. And if you have to change anything, you have to be totally dependent on the development side. So if they develop and put up their values on it, then you can show and create your graphics on it. So just for basic thing, if you have created your graphics, just value of 1 coming from your API, it will filter your graphic. Like just value of 5 will coming from the API, it will filter your graphics. So you have to be very precise and very attentive how your graphics are making and how you are going to create a graphics very intelligent for the screen with API. Either you are using Web3D or Waves, Expression, any software, they are much capable of these type of logics. Just it's the rest of the thing is depending on the designer. So what in the startup will discuss, I'll discuss with me that the software have all the features except some of them, and some of the software are giving you a complete role for the designers to build up and shorten up the team part and the process of the template creation and the development creation for both sides. That will be a very handy thing now. So as a designer, you can be a very good designer for the real-time templates, but you have to be some part of a tricky things in your mind that you can play a logic role with your graphics.
Ismail, that the template need to be a dynamic, so it's changed according to the APIs or the data it's coming, right? Oh, yeah, yeah,
That,
yeah.
exactly, that's what we discussing before the
Yeah,
startup.
right, right.
That the templates
Ah,
has to be very dynamic and very intelligent by your side.
yeah, it should not be hard
So
coded, right?
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So it should not be hard coded from the development side, right? So what we I described that the nowadays the software are much capable
Mm.
and very friendly with the designers.
Right.
In a days, the designer can create a logic and a basic short type of script on its own
Mm.
with the template. So though they don't need to go and fully dependent on the API, that all the things are done by API.
Right.
Rather, on the last, uh, just what I think Dr. Masuma is now here. Hello, hi.
Hi, Majahan. How are you?
I am good and
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm almost done with at my end. Just discussing one or two things.
Yeah, very good, very good. I'm glad that I was able to catch up with you. I'm really sorry.
I
No,
thought
I
you
had
have
some
something
medical
in your
problems.
heart from the last year drop.
No, no, I had some medical problems. They told me to go to the hospital back for my results, and I actually didn't have even my phone with me to at least let everybody in or let everybody know. But I'm glad
No
that
worries.
you guys had the session, and looks like most people are here. So thank you so much for that. I guess you guys are almost finished, right?
Yeah, almost finished. Just going to my hand. And no worries. Best wishes for you. Have a good recovery.
Thank you very much. Yeah, okay, so I mean, was there any question, answer?
Actually, on just my last part, I am just going to show this diagram. On the starting, we have as discussed the design team. Any platform you have where you are going to design either animated templates, AVM files, 3D files, AI files, Photoshop files, PNG, etc. It's totally depend on you. Secondly, then you are going to transfer to the ticket templates or etc. any RT templates. It will depend on your platform what you have like PixRT, Flash, or Expression. Now Unreal is in the market as well for the on-screen broadcast graphics now. On the after the template, creating template, how operator, director, and broadcaster are communicating and what are the condition tools they are using. Pushing graphics, the technical director and monitoring sync quality safety is main thing. Like as we described, it's totally depend on your fear and your decision. How you are going to make screen well and with your decision and with director decision and how you follow the analysis and it's analytic graphic with analyst, right? And how quick you are decision maker. That's a key part and how safe and clean your graphics at that time. On the rest, final output will be your performing, showing your performance on etc. like broadcasting where as now you are in open fields and multiple fields of broadcasting, YouTube, live feeds, anywhere you can throw your broadcast now. It's so keep in mind that the graphics operator have a very key part on the broadcast event. What it was a graphics for the cricket, hockey, football, even like election, in-house game shows, news graphics, data entry templates. the operator part is very crucial. And if operator is a designer, it's a double star for him. So I think at the end that's all will help you. And if any question, anything might be showing or small will be showing who you are, all will be helpful as well. So that's the end from my side.
Excellent. Thank you very much. So, was there like a presentation like this that you're sharing at the moment? If it's possible to have a copy of this
Yeah, sure, sure.
that would be great. I usually record the sessions, just for reference and so that whoever didn't make it can see. But unfortunately, today was an exceptional day. I don't know if anybody did the recording. Anybody did the recording of the session, Morris?
Yeah. I don't have permission to record, but I'm capturing the screen from the very beginning.
You captured the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Thank you.
I'll share. Don't worry. I'll share the presentation and the templates I have for showing in this.
Very good. Thank you. So, anybody has questions?
Yeah, as you said, Mr. Wazat, as you said that in nowadays in cricket, suppose like in T20 or ODI, we oftenly get time to show the full frame graphics because we will not get enough time to show those kind of graphics. So within this, suppose like in ODI or T20, you still manage to show some of the graphics, right? So is it pre-planned or it will be according to the games, or suppose like within the after 5 hour finish we'll show this graphics, after 10 hour we'll show this full frame graphics, this kind of situation do you have, or it's according to the game?
No. Actually, it's nowadays, as we discussed already, that mostly we will use same graphics and same content for the T20 as well now. Now the pace is changed, so the under previous and the right now, right today's condition, these all things are controlled by rundown. So you have already had the rundown as well. The decision taking things, it depends on what you are doing extra to be shown and fill up your screen. If you have a rundown at that time and you are not good to go or okay with that at time, so you have to be a decision maker as well. What you have at that time to show on the screen. So it's going on the both direction. It's on your side, what you have, things ready and available, and what is having in the rundown. So both are the key parts. So main part is you have to follow the director and the conditions of the rundown you have. So at the every event, on the every event, all the operators like cameraman, director, promo producer like editor family and have a rundown at that time. So if you have a planned condition like a toss and at the end of the match ceremony, so you have already that graphics available. In between matches, due to the condition of the pace, you have to be a decision on your own as well. If there is a 6 at that happened hit by that batsman at the time, if you have any graphics like I hope Doctor are going to analyze those AI based graphics like planes and the height of the ball, how far it's going. So that's help you a lot to throw that at that time is.
So basically, correct me if I'm wrong, you're saying that the rundown is something that you plan for it. It's a routine thing, and everybody has.
Rundown is a routine thing. It's always available at the every event.
Right, but apart from that, there might be some situations that you have something extra to show, and
Exactly.
that would be something that I guess you have to communicate with the director about your offering, right? Is that correct? Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess it's a little like creative. It needs like a bit of creativity, I would say,
Yeah.
for the operator to realize what would be appropriate extra thing, extra offering to show. And I was going to ask you, like, to your opinion, what would make somebody a very good graphics operator or not so good? How do you how?
You have missed that part on the startup. I have clearly tell
You
everyone,
explain that?
just
Okay.
just keep your fear out of your mind at that
Ah,
time. Just think you are the man and you have all the power at that time. You
right.
are going to run the graphic on your own and you have to be a best communicator with the director. That's the key part for the best operator you have. And the main crucial part as just keep your fear side. If you fear having fear, you will hesitate every time when you are going to play the graphics. So you don't need to have to be that operator when at the every time he is go a graphics director. Actually, I have this graphics ready. Can I throw? I have this graphics. Can I throw? Do you want this? Do you want that? So you have to be sometime on the commanding side. I have this for you available.
Right.
Are you ready? So don't take in your own that you are not ready.
Yeah, yeah. So
So
I mean,
you,
yeah, I'm with you definitely. Like you have to be, you have to have confidence in yourself, and
yes,
yeah, I mean, don't be shy for talking about anything that you prepared and you think is appropriate to show. But you know, I mean, there's two sides to it. You shouldn't be like overconfident as
yeah.
well.
But don't go for
That's
yeah. But don't go for like overconfident that a batsman graphics over you are going how much wickets he is scoring at right now.
true, true. Okay, very good, very good. So I guess I missed the first part, but I don't know if you explained the difference between like different platforms, or is there any difference? For example, if you are using expression or you are using a real engine, and you know,
Yeah. In the later part, I showed expression platform and resulting graphics. And older graphics are available. And I have shown some tricky part on expression that how your graphics will be smartly created by yourself. And it's not totally depending on the API side. What comes from the API and it's fixed to show on the graphics. You have to create your graphics on every platform on your own logic as well. That you can get that data filtered in your templates and don't need to bond it. Then all the data will coming from the backend will all go pass through the graphics. So your graphics has to be very specifically created in a manner like logic that if you need you if you have a complete list of 10 bowlers or batsmen, so there is no need to show the empty rows on the screen, right? If the data comes of the 10 players and only showing the two data tables of the top two bowlers or batsmen, so then specifically that two rows will going on the screen and your graphics will show on that two rows. So don't need to show the empty rows on screen. So it totally depend on your logic. So you have to be a very logic person and a technical person like how you create and how the graphics will be run on the screen on each other platform. And as we discussed, most of the conditions are same. Either you take Wizardy, ROS, Rhapsody, Nova, Unreal, the key things are same.
Yes.
There's always a logic available in each software. How you going to implement it's totally depend on you.
Right. True. Yeah. I mean, they all share the same conceptual framework. Something else that I wanted to ask is regarding the hardware. The hardware that you use, the machines that you use. Like, what is the like a typical if you are just showing the scoring graphics, the normal graphics things, again, not complicated analytics or virtual reality or anything. What's the typical spec of the machine? Is there a norm for that?
Um, Actually, it's depending the traveling and the available resources you have. There is a two types of hardware always available. I mostly prefer second part. First is your desktop in the hardware, and second is server based. I'll always prefer a second part of server based because the processing and the working capability of the server machines are very much higher than desktop systems. Like you have very key point for running your database and APIs if you are running the server machines. It will give you a quick processing, and if you have a server if that can adopt a graphics card. Now most of the things time now are hardware server available that can adopt hardware graphics card in it. So and a multi-processing. So what will the technical side will do if that system can handle a graphics and a database card? So they mostly prefer the server-based system. If you are going on a standalone machines like we do SP and sorry, mostly live on the SP side, and they depend create a single standalone engine on it. Right. So if but the key feature of the desktop machine is if there is a multiple operators you have, you can place the separate engines for each operator. And if you are going to rely and deploying a reliable data running on the event on you are depending that I have not to compromise on the database. So you have to deploy a server-based machine.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think something that also compatible with the external equipment. Like do you usually use like Blackmagic or what do you use as?
Actually, I have done a lot of experience with Aja and yeah, Aja and there's a Eczema two series, Eczema 1, 2, and 3. And the Black Magic normal hardware is normally used by NLE side. So graphically now they are on a high-end side for broadcasting. But if you see past years, the BMD mostly used by NLE system. And for broadcasting side, you are going to use a high-end Bluefish series, Aja series, and BMD high-end cards were using by the broadcasters. So I only have Aja series and DVS series as well with Bluefish series. But I have found Aja Kona 8844 now, and there are more series in market now. and now a Bluefish has updated their site as well. They are now have a good cards and now they are implementing the NDI based network IP based ports in it. So you are not depending on the typical SDI site. So it was enhanced now.
One small question. Suppose like whenever you are running the event as a graphics operator or kind of thing, whenever you run the graphics, those things record in I mean render or record at the same time as alpha channel, so that you can use in later for overlapping over the videos, or it's just go with the full screen recording.
Actually, that depends on the broadcaster and the presenter who is broadcasting for their feed, right? Either if there is a no hesitation or any no special restrictions that you cannot go for a blank graphics to record. It's totally depend on your availability of hardware and resources. Either you are going to record a clean graphics or a separate graphics on your system for what? If it's usable, then you can go for it. If like if a cricket, let's suppose the cricket graphics running on, and what is the purpose of capturing all the LT at that time separately? Because the data you have put in it is updated on the next match. So there is no need for capturing the simple graphics or simple LTs without footage. So mostly mostly broadcasters are capturing a full screen.
Okay, thank you.
So, sorry, just one last question from me. Have you been in a situation that you need to take into account some other providers' analytics or data into your graphics? Like, for example, let's say ball speed that comes from, I don't know, Hawkeye or some other, and you need to integrate that into the figure that you design, right? So how would you come about where to do this, or sometimes, you know, like for example, ball speed comes up with some sponsor's logo as well, things like that. How would you decide on this, or is this something that you were exactly given as, I mean, this should be like, how much of it is up to you to design, how much of it is something that is instructed by the provider?
Actually, I'm answering this in this way that has to be two conditions. Either just like any Hawkeye, any data providing software company have linked up with you, or they were also familiar with your working space and working graphics. If they put up a values or any special things, and they just going to generate a specific file, just every software has adopted at the spot, right? So it's on your side that they were going to generate any specific JSON XML file.
Yeah.
That's mostly software are adoptable. And the second part, how your graphics are prepared and how your API is prepared at that time. If you don't have any collaboration with them, you just have to put up that JSON file, XML file on your API or graphics, and just tag that table, specific table of value with your graphics. It's totally depend on you. And a logo and a branding things is also included in that matter, that you have created the graphics or your API is editable format. So you are not going to be hard coded at that time. It's totally depend on the site. So if you have any link up with the company or the software, how what their any data were coming from the Hawkeye, any spider cam data or static data will coming from that. If you have any calibration with them, it's a good benefit for you. But if they were going to generate any specific file, let's just like we describe a JSON XML file, we all know the file has generated a specific table when we have that the section in event name. So it totally depends from our side how software and how our API on the spot if we are going to open that XML, we have a feature of that type that we are going to bind our table with that text.
Thank you. So I guess this should be something that you need to collaborate, that the two parties involved, the data provider and the graphics operator, do a few experiment and things like that.
Both ways. But you have to be prepared yourself from your side as well that all the companies are nowadays are going to provide specific JSON and XML files. So you have to keep your priority on main side that you can get that data from their side. Rest they are going to hard code it from their side, but you are able to get that table specific table or any specific image you can go put it from your API.
Right, yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, very good. Anyone else has any questions?
Yeah, one quick question, this is Nikhil this side. So in my experience as an analytics producer, when I went for whatever tournaments, and they were mainly ICC or the IPL, all the broadcast operators there were involved only in operating scoring graphics on their own, and obviously the director instructed them. For all other sorts of graphics, which was analytics graphics, the producer slash the analytics producer gave them instructions. Is that the norm still? Because I haven't been in the field for the last 2-3 years, but is that the norm still that the operators do not handle analytic graphics on their own unless an analytics producer or a producer tells them to do so?
Yeah, actually that's going on the same way in nowadays as well. Because as we discussed, there's always a rundown of complete match available and provided to everyone. So they are going to follow both the conditions. They are going to follow that rundown and what step and what are the conditions and what are the slots they are going to play the analytics graphics and detail graphics and acquisition graphics, and what are the empty areas where an operator can decide and provide graphics to the producer or director that you can go with the additional ones. So conditions is nowadays going with the same thing with the rundown as well. So they have always available.
Yeah, Masami. Masami, you are mute.
Sorry. I'm saying that we kept you too long, but we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for this. If there's no other question, then we thank our speaker. Yeah, no? All right. Okay, so thank you very much.